Well, hey there, everybody. A lot of us drying out, whereas others starting to finally see some of the first rain of today. Safe Touch Security Live radar showing a bit of a dry slot here south of Jessup. You guys have had a lot of rain here over the past couple of days. Still seeing majority of us just having a little bit of a rain action in there, not so much the thunderstorms. That being said, within the past 15 to 20 minutes, we've seen this thunderstorm develop over Savannah going into the other side there of the Savannah River. And I want to show that to you here on the RPI Roofing Skycam. Check that out. You see the dark clouds, you see the flags blowing there at the bottom of your screen, the rain coming down as well. You can see that downpour there as well where you have that lighter gray. That is definitely a downpour. So let's show you what it looks like here on the radar because it could be impacting where you guys are living right now. Zooming in here, and I'll step out of the way here in just a second. The heaviest rain on the other side of the Savannah River here, but what we're seeing is some moderate rainfall still over Savannah. A couple of lightning strikes there right along the river going into where you see this red is where you've got the heaviest rainfall, and this is kind of just streaming off to the north a little bit, not seeing too much in the way of movement. So as you can see over the past couple of hours, this really just developed recently. Not going to be severe, but although it is producing heavy rainfall, something that we need to look out for is if it kind of stays over the same place here for a little while, we could have a little bit of minor flooding. So that's always something that we're watching out for. Right now, nothing severe, just kind of pretty to look at. Might inconvenience you if you're driving in it. That's not so fun, especially going over the Talmadge. I've gone over that in thunderstorms, and that's not the most fun. But I do want to show you some other things going on right now. A preview to a very wet week ahead of us, and another preview is with the wetter weather, a little bit cooler temperatures, even though you know how it is in the afternoon. If you get those showers and the sun comes back out, it even feels almost worse than before. But right now, a lot of rain-cooled air out there. We've got mid-70s, even lower 70s. Yes, lower 70s over in Baxley right now. Lots of rain in that area, 73. Here in the Savannah Metro, lower 80s, as well as over in Beaufort at 83 as well. So not so bad, could be worse for this time of the year. And for the rest of the evening, we'll continue to see some of these showers developing. What's causing this? We've got a stalled front over us right now, kind of acting as this band of lifting across the area. High pressure still off to our east. It's going to be the same case here for the next few days. This will dissipate, but we're still going to have a stream of moisture coming on in here. So really, if you guys tuned in yesterday, forecast-wise, it's still on track for a very heavy, persistent rainfall coming in, especially during the afternoons here. For at least the first half of the week, it looks like could have some wet weather going into the end of the week as well. I know that's probably not the best thing that you guys want to hear because we have had a good bit of rain around lately. So overnight, we'll see these showers diminish a little bit, but right around sunrise, a few isolated showers for our Monday morning commute. Definitely going to be possible. Not a lot of us seeing those, but it's possible there after we've dried out overnight. This continues through the mid-morning hours and is mainly going to be along our coastal communities, even going into the low country there. But in the afternoon on Monday, I do think it takes a little bit longer tomorrow based on comparing it to today for when those showers and thunderstorms bubble up and you finally start seeing those taller clouds off in the distance. This would be 2 o'clock, whereas today around noon we were already seeing those showers and thunderstorms around the Jessup area. But I think it just takes a little bit longer for those to get firing tomorrow. Not too much, but I think that that translates to a little bit more coverage of rain for our evening commute on Monday. So isolated showers for the morning commute. A few thunderstorms definitely going to be around there for the evening. And I also think we'll see those showers and thunderstorms drying out a little bit quicker on Monday as well. So this time tomorrow we'll be talking about, hey, you know, things kind of calming down just a little bit, whereas right now still have a couple thunderstorms that are out there. So I've mentioned that this is going to continue. How about looking at Tuesday? Very wet here across the coastal empire and the low country. This is going to continue. I do have good news with this, though, even though another good chance of rain's coming our way on Wednesday. And the good news being that even though we've got all these rain chances, you might hear those rumbles of thunder. What we're not seeing is an organized severe threat. Yes, things can happen, but right now we're not looking at severe weather as a big threat with this. So what I'm more concerned with would be having these thunderstorms without much to move them around. If you look a little higher up in the atmosphere, they're going to sit over the same areas more so, dropping 1-2 inches an hour rainfall rates, and you could have some minor flooding. We had about 4 or 5 aerial flood advisories today. You guys probably know that if you had the app open or you had that alert go off. But some areas today, radar estimated 4 inches of rainfall, so you might not have gotten any rain today, but we definitely did have some. And this is a very wet forecast for you. I think the middle of the week even has a little bit better coverage of rainfall for us here across Georgia and South Carolina before going down a bit into the weekend. So maybe you've got big plans coming up for the weekend. I also know high impact, right? We've got school starting this week. Kids, cover your ears. For some of us, that's something that we're definitely going to be following here with those rain chances possible coming up for the school week. So a couple big stories to follow here over the next couple of days. Overall, though, looking at the 7-day forecast, another thing that you might like would be these temperatures maybe just a little bit below the climatological average for this time of the year. And yes, there's a chance we don't make it out of the mid 80s by the end of the week. Now, there's still a lot of time for this to change, but at least it's promising for those of you that are a little tired of the 90s. Granted, it's still probably going to feel like it with the feels like temperature, but for those of you just joining us, I'll just do another quick little radar tour. Rain should be calming down here within, say, the next few hours. I think it is going to linger here a little bit. Looking off to the south of us, we are still seeing the atmosphere being able to produce new thunderstorms here. This is way south of Waycross, but could get in on some lightning there. Looking off to the south there over in Eccles and Clinch County, they've been getting in on some. But there has been some thunder. Some people have called about that, and that would be in the Savannah area. But looking back at this storm, I don't know if we still have the RPI roofing camera up to take, but we do still have some heavy rainfall here looking north of Savannah into South Carolina. And it looks like the lightning with that has kind of gone down just a bit. So we're not expecting severe weather tonight. There's some good news, some rain, maybe some good sleeping weather for you if you're going to go to bed a little bit early. If you guys have been commenting on Facebook, I don't have my phone with me. I forgot to grab it, but I'll definitely go and look at those comments if you have questions about something specific. I love to answer them. And if you guys have weather pictures, go ahead and send them to one of us. So we love seeing those as well. We like putting your viewer photos on air. And I'll leave you guys to it. I hope you have a good rest of your evening and join us coming up tonight at 11.